Did you know that the disco was started because of 1960s counterculture? I think. There's no... Google's not giving me an answer. This video is inspired by Yakuza 0, which you should play. You're not gonna play it, but you should. Have you ever been to the disco before? Or a disco? Or even know what a disco is? Because some people don't. I'm not gonna tell you who. No, the answer is no. You haven't been to the disco because it doesn't exist. What happened? Well, on behalf of everyone working here, we want to let you know that we know that was gay. Before I tell you that, let me give you a brief history of the disco. The disco was started around 1960 something in response to social and economic issues. I met a guy last year in this thing trying to get a girlfriend. He was like 6 years old. It was pretty crazy. If anyone could do that for me, please. Did you know that the only reason that intro was the coolest thing ever was because of a 1977 movie, Saturday Night Fever, which popularized the disco and brought it into mainstream? I bet the guy who made that movie feels stupid now. I hope he's alive. Oh, and back to what I said earlier at the Winter Wonderland thing. The reason that the disco was popularized by social and economic issues was for whatever, I'm gonna sound stupid anyways. For black people and gay people to, you know, get away from the scary homophobes and racists. So, and eventually, the racism and homophobia that helped popularize the disco eventually led to its downfall, according to this article. Man, I hope I don't look like a dumbass. So, as the disco started to decline in popularity because people didn't like it anymore, I guess, a guy named Steve Dahl, who was fired from a radio station after they switched from a rock to disco format, he encouraged people to bring their old disco tracks and blow them up at a White Sox game. I didn't even know White Sox existed. I thought it was only Red Sox. I bet that didn't sound stupid to anybody.
Say something about that.
As you can imagine, I mean, not as you can imagine, if you're not a stupid silly goose, regardless of the disco dying, it still left a lot of influence behind, which really makes you wonder, why isn't it around anymore? Well, I'm gonna look that up right now. It kind of makes you wonder, why can't disco make a comeback? I mean, nobody really cares about what happened. Like, I doubt, I doubt anybody. If I asked like every single human being in my school, I feel like 2 people would know about Disco Demolition Night. Why can't disco music make a comeback? I feel like if most people listen to it nowadays, you know, as youngins, we would like it. You know, it's good. Even Yakuza 0 did it. Nobody complained about it then, and it's so cool. Like, you could pull one of these. I can't move my hips, but you can imagine. I kind of wish the disco would come back. I'll admit I kind of intended for this video to be longer, but there's really not a lot to say. I mean, it was good music, but it just went out of fashion because of some guy blowing up tracks. But if you're rich and watching this, which you're not because you're fucking 15 years old, you should bring back the disco. Like, you should promote it, because I want to dance on a disco floor so bad. So to answer the title of this video, it's because of a guy who doesn't like disco. You can imagine that was close. Did this video kind of suck? Or not suck, I mean, obviously it didn't suck, but was it kind of worse than I thought it'd be? Because there's not a lot to say, yeah. This video was not sponsored, inspired by Yakuza 0. which again you should play, or else I'm gonna do something. I'm not gonna do anything because you're not gonna play. You don't have $20. You're poor. It's on Game Pass as well.